Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Ryan Dins. We got some huge news right now. Bitcoin is flying off the charts. And before we talk about this, I need you to do me a favor, and I need you to smash that like button and the subscribe button with the bell so the algorithm can pump this out to more people. All right. Anyway, what we got here is Bitcoin up 18% in the last week. That is huge. 6% in the last 24 hours. And most of that's been in like the last hour or so. It has been absolutely flying. I'll give you a little look at the charts. But before I do that, look at this. Ethereum up 15%. Polkadot up 22% on the week. A couple of these coins have been flying. Everybody that's watching my videos knows I'm a big Shiba holder, but not too much going on there. So right now, it's the big dogs doing it. The ones that have been helping the ecosystem for a while are finally getting their day in the sun. But let's look at the Bitcoin chart. There's a clear breakout. I've been watching this forever. Right when it broke through here, I took all the money I had left in my account, which I wish was more, from taking profits on other things. And I bought all of it here, and I've been selling a little bit here because I don't know how much longer this is going to go. I think it's going to go to 70,000, and like 70,000 might be like a mental barrier where it calms down for a little bit. But man, oh man, it is flying right now. And it doesn't look like it's losing too much steam. I didn't take that much off the top. I took like 10% off the top, just so in case it goes down, I have some more ammo to buy some more. Because I think this thing's going to 100,000, and I think it's going to eventually go to 250,000 in the next year or so. But for the very short term, it might get stuffed at 70K, or it might just, I think if it, there's no real barrier of resistance once it breaks the all-time high. So it could easily just shoot up to 80K in a couple days, if not a day or two. Like, if it keeps going parabolic. So I got to see what it's going to do. If it takes a little dip, I'm definitely going to buy a little more. Like if it kind of ends up around back at 60,000, 60,000 might be a real good spot to buy more if we get that chance again. That's a big if, because it was having a hard time, getting to that 65K. Everybody was like, didn't do it, and it got stuck around here for a little bit, and then it just shot through like a cannon. Not amazing volume, but pretty good volume here. So, if we fade out a little bit, like this is what big volume looks like right here. We're not anywhere close to that. When you see something like this, and but sometimes when you see that much volume, it's a little too late. Like look at here, when there was huge volume, that's when it took a little dive. So either way, I'm really excited. Let's real quick take a look at Ethereum while we're at it. Ethereum, it's kind of forming a double top here, but if it could bust through that, we're good to go. So it's really up to whether it breaks here, because then it's got another little brick in the wall there at 4,400. We got to see if it can break through that 4,400. But hey, it broke through 4,000. So it could get stuffed, but it could just kind of bounce around here for a while and then make 4,000 in the next support, which is likely, which is what I think is going to happen. I say like 70% that happens, 30% it gets stuffed and goes back down again. In which case I'll just buy more, because if you understand what is going on in the world right now, you got to understand Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two coins that people who don't trust inflation, and if you have a brain, you shouldn't trust inflation. You should see what's going on with these governments printing money like complete idiots and just pretty much ruining the world by doing that. And thank God, with that going on, we have Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because if we didn't have that, the only thing you'd be able to put your money in is like silver and gold. And who knows with that, because that can be manipulated too. But you can't manipulate Bitcoin. You can't manipulate Ethereum. The only thing you can do is you can manipulate it, like whales can mess with the price. But even then, it's like a risk. When printing money, there's no risk. It's just like, yo, I'm going to print more money. Screw everybody else. I'm just going to do that and give the money to corporations. And that's kind of what's going on. It's ridiculously corrupt, but that's a whole different story. But the reason I'm talking about it is that is the reason that Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to continue to go up. As long as governments recklessly print money, you're going to see Bitcoin go up. You're going to see Ethereum go up. And the reason why I think that these coins can go very parabolic, I believe we could see Bitcoin at 500,000 within 5 years, is because cryptocurrency is replacing money. It's kind of like money right now is a horse and carriage, and they just invented a car. You got to look at it that way. Like, it's clear, it is very, very clear that fiat is inferior to cryptocurrencies in every single way. Because the reason that cryptocurrencies were created in the first place, and you got to understand this, is because people got tired of corruption and money printing. Your money should not go down in value. If you work real hard and you make $100,000, it shouldn't be worth $50,000 in 15 years. And that's what's happening right now. And people who are not financially savvy, doesn't mean they're stupid, doesn't mean they're bad people. I'm gonna put my money in a bank that gains 0.5% interest rate, and not realize that they're losing. The Fed tries to make it sound like it's 3% a year. It's really like 10% a year. Your money is losing 10% of its value every single year. So if you put it in the bank account for only a year while you're saving up for a vacation, you're going to have to go on a cheaper vacation in only 1 year. That's what's going on right now. So I could rant all day about it, but this is why it's going up. This is why it's a sure bet. It's just a matter of how much is it going to run right now. And that's why I did take a little bit off the top there, because it could easily go back to like 64,000. And Ethereum could easily go back down to like, 3,800, in which case I'll buy more. That's why when you're trading, maybe this isn't the best strategy, but what I like to do is I like to take, when I see a price point reached, I'll take like 10 or 20% off. Then I reach another price point, and that way, by the time it gets like really to the top, I'll take like half off. And then if it goes up more, I don't have to regret selling it all. And if it goes down, I could buy more. And it's been working out pretty good. I've probably, I forget the exact number, but I probably 8x my money overall. But in the last like 6 months alone, I've 4x'd it, which is pretty good. I mean, you ain't getting that kind of returns on stocks, unless you're like a day trader, which I'm not, or a crazy options trader, but that's very risky. Crypto, it's not that risky right now. It will be risky when this thing, what's going to happen is it's probably going to, the market's going to go up for another 6 to 9 months or so, and then it's going to plummet, and everybody's going to lose a ton of money that's like not watching it. But I'm watching it every day. So when that happens, as long as you subscribe to this channel and see what I constantly talk about, I will call that, and you'll know when it happens. So that way you don't get wrecked. Because if you're just getting into crypto now, we are at the tail end of this bull run. This bull run isn't going to last forever. People who think, like when I say that Bitcoin is going to go to 500,000, I truly believe that it will go to 500,000 in 5 years, but it's going to probably go up massively in the next few months, maybe to like, I can see it hitting like 150, 200,000, and then immediately like kerplunking to like, let me just talk about, since I'm talking about Bitcoin, like it could easily like go up to like 150K and then just end up here. If you look at my long-term trend lines, you'll see like places where it could end up. Like it could go up a lot and then end up like here. It's possible. I think it's more likely that this is the new like kind of low though, is this one. So, maybe it'll end up at like 50,000 after it goes way up, but you got to prepare for that. But right now, I think we're still very bullish. We got that brand new BITO, which is a Bitcoin ETF that came out yesterday, and that's big. That's why it's doing this. If you're wondering why this is doing this, that's why. There's a lot of people with a lot of power and a lot of money to swing around, and they make the laws, and they're corrupt. They do what they want, and they are on board with crypto now. So the people who you had to worry about are now jumping on crypto, which is the big banks. So that's why the ATF is so big. The biggest worry is, oh, will they ban crypto? Like, we're not China. China was, you know, they were euthanizing babies not that long ago. Like, that's the level they're on. They have death camps to this day. Like, let's not get too political, but they are a very harsh communist country. They can't even watch this YouTube video. Their government won't allow them. So it's not like I'm offending anyone from that country, but they know it's true anyway. We in America, or if you're watching this in Europe, or you're watching this in South America, or you're watching this in, Africa, Australia, wherever you're at, chances are you live in a pretty free country, and they're going to have riots if they try to do this. And the thing is, they don't care about us. They only care about the people with billions of dollars. The people with billions of dollars are now on board and own tons of Bitcoin. So they would have to answer to them now, who are the ones who are really writing our laws. So you have to understand how this game works. And if the big dogs jump on board and become part of the game, look at this number. It keeps going up, by the way, while I'm talking. Unless my ugly mug's blocking it. But here, like, while I'm talking, we might as well just look at this. Yeah, it was going on for a second. But yes, as long as the big dogs are jumping on board, we are going to see more money being moved into Bitcoin, more money being moved into Ethereum, and we're going to see good things happen. It's that simple. So I'm pretty excited about this. I made some paper today. I'm sure you did if you're watching this. And if you did not, you're a little too late. Like, I wouldn't be buying right now, honestly. So yeah, like, if you're just seeing this right now, I don't know if I'd be buying. You should have been buying right here. But I don't know if I'd sell either. So it's a tough call. Like I said, what I would do if you bought here, it's not investment advice, but if I bought here, I would take a little bit off the top and then see what happens. And then maybe it'll fall. Like, if it falls down like the 6,500, which is not even a level of support at this point, it kind of just stopped, like, it bursted through it. But that'd be like a spot where you could buy, because then that's like the new floor. You know what I mean? Because it hit, that was if you go back and you look at 6,500 here, that was the top. So that will now become the new bottom. You see, that's how support levels work. If it goes to the top, that is a level of resistance. But if it drops to something, that is a level of support. But they both can be the same line. For instance, right here was a top, but it was also a bottom here. It was also a bottom here. It was also a bottom here, This was a top here, but now it's a bottom here. Like, that's how this works. It's not just on Bitcoin, it's on any coin, it's on stocks. It all works the same. So yeah, it looks like we're holding above 66,500. I think we're in for another run. Could go up another like 10% or so in like a day, which would be huge. I mean, I want that to happen. I ain't got no problem with it. So that's all I got to say about that. You're going to have to hit the like and subscribe button. I really want this channel to blow up. The more that you support me, the more I'm going to make awesome videos and free content. So that's all I got to say. We're going to end this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.